Finally, god damn it, finally, we have with us another series, and that's gonna be between turtle.masters and Neolution.MRR. Congratulations, MR, for winning as to why in the first bracket today. But that said, this is gonna be the playoff to the finals, and the winner of this bracket is already the series. It's gonna be best of 3. We'll play against Orange, Orange Esports tomorrow, and also the winner of this series. Interesting enough to note that they will win themselves the automatic seating in the finals of HoNTourSEA. That's it. Today, joining you is gonna be Babael, that's me, and with me is Lark.
Yeah, what's up, man? Finally, like you nicely mentioned, finally, we are here. Turtle Masters versus MRR. Are we gonna finally see? Oh my god, saying finally so many times. But are we gonna finally see that MR is gonna be able to go to the finals and win it all? It's all gonna come down to this match, man. And I think Turtle Masters, they're a very very strong team. They won cycle number 1, deservingly so. And I think this could be an interesting match, seeing as to how S2 was dropped out so quickly in this playoffs.
Actually, a little bit of a fun fact here. MR already won Turtle Masters because, as in terms of the seating into the finals, because Turtle Masters is 750 points shy, and even if MR um, wins Turtle Masters here, Turtle Masters will only have, even if Turtle Masters win MR here, they will only have 500 extra points, which is not enough to secure themselves the second spot there. So that being said, MR and Orange Esports is through to the finals of HoNTourSEA, but we still have a game here to be played, and this is still decent money on the line here, and it's still the Cycle 4 Championship. MR still looks to win their first cycle, and that's it. We have the banned heroes in this game 1, and that's Parasite, Sandwave, Bushwhack, and Tempest. MR banning out Bushwhack themselves. Could Turtle Masters whack Bush better than MR?
Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe. I mean, the thing is, they are more or less famous for their turtle and their turtle soup. You see, they're already right-clicking bubbles over there. I think they're probably gonna they're most probably gonna pick that up for themselves, because Turtle Masters isn't Turtle Masters without their mascot. Am I right?
That is absolutely correct. That said, would love to see the bubbles being played by Hellbourne team. And Legion team on the flip side is getting the Pestilence as well as Keeper of the Forest already being picked up. And each splitting each side. We have Hack being picked up as well. Hack definitely a very strong hero that would work out very well with the Pestilence, and that is gonna mean a pretty sizable amount of damage coming from Team Legion side. Whereas for the Hellbourne team, Amway pretty good in terms of utility, can also snowball to becoming a carry in the later stage of this game. We also have Keeper there, Keeper providing the lockdown required, but they don't have the burst required there. So Hellbourne team should look towards that kind of situation, and I'm thinking that they should be going for a little bit on the bubbles, bubbles as well as pebbles kind of a situation that's gonna help them a lot.
The Pubbles combination, as we like to call it.
Pebbles combination.
Yeah, Bubbles combination is just too strong. But yeah, Legion team, they have already that early game with Pestilence. Hag's gonna be a nice addition as well, and then Warbeast on top of that makes laning so much more easier for the entire. Sorry. Oh my god.
Had to
For
yawn
the
there.
Sorry.
Had to yawn there.
No. I kind of like
Died.
yeah.
Okay, it's okay,
Yeah.
Lark. We won't
Wow.
miss you anyway.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, Warbeast is gonna provide a lot for laning, and they do pick up their bubbles, signature bubbles right there off the bat. And they have Keeper on top of that, so they have a lot of lockdown from Hellbourne team. What I'd like to see now is just more damage coming out.
Yeah, definitely for sure want to see some damage coming from Hellbourne side. Don't pick the Defiler, that's gonna kill you. You better go for something like a Rally, Pebbles, the Pebble combination that's coming out here, like you nicely mentioned before. And Warbeast is pretty decent, but you don't have the minions on Team Legion side to work with, and that's a bit sad to see as well. We have Tempest being banned already, so no Tempest to work with, and straight off the bat, ColorX gonna ban out Pebbles. They know what we're thinking.
Yep, they are probably in a mind state with you right now. I think probably linking with up with
Oh,
you.
I don't want to connect with a guy. Can I drop the connection?
Yep, you can disconnect right here, right now. But
Poop luck today!
well, PP. But yeah, Pebble's not gonna be the choice here. I mean, not gonna be in this game at all. I mean, I feel like Legion team right now, they have their, like, Warbeast is kind of like their go-to. Offlane, Hag's gonna be the main carry over there. Pestilence is gonna be mid. They just need their supports and even a jungler if they want to. Parasite was already banned out, so unfortunately they won't have that to work with. They can go for an Ophelia by all means because it's not banned out just yet. Uh, oh wait, it was okay. It just gets banned out. So Unfortunately, they won't get the Ophelia, so they should probably just go for dual supports to have much more roam and gank potential for more setups for this War Beast and this on this Legion team.
Yep, for sure. And that said, we have Luna being banned out, Revenor, Ophelia, and Moon Queen as well. So Ophelia being banned out by Team Hellborn. That's at least gonna provide a little bit extra farming potential for Keeper should he go jungle. And that being said, it's been pretty long since we saw a Keeper in the jungle. Keeper not keeping his force anymore, but now keeping the suicide lane. Should be renamed.
Keeper of the Suicide, Keeper of the Offlane. But yeah, I mean,
Keeper of the
Keeper
long lane.
Keeper of the Long Lane, exactly. Keeper jungle is the thing is like it's not as strong as something like a Tempest jungle. That's why you don't usually go for a keeper option in the jungle, and especially when you have a chance to have an Ophelia on top of a keeper is just so good because you have you know a huge amount of lockdown from keeper. Then you have the another jungle option available, and in this kind of case, of course, Tempest was already banned out as well as Ophelia, so keeper most definitely is not gonna be in that jungle role. But it could be. Although XINZ, he's usually the go-to Bubbles player on this Hellburn team, and he's the mid player for the team nonetheless. So we could see him playing the Bubbles mid. Probably gonna see. I think it's who is this? Look Like Leaf. Yeah, Look Like Leaf that plays the who's gonna be playing the offlane keeper of the forest, and then maybe we're gonna see another bunch of supports. Not too sure what they're gonna go for just yet, but Witch Lair is picked up by Legion team again, and I don't know if this is gonna be. Yeah, this is most probably gonna be a support. I don't think there's any other way to lane him, and from watching DreamHack Winter, we saw that Witch Slayer was the word. I mean, he was the kind of like rising the hero on the rise, especially in DreamHack Winter, that go-to support because they're so strong. Apparently, teams have just found out that with the current meta game, you want to have the Witch Slayer so you can quickly burst down a lot of the key heroes from Hellburn. I mean, from your enemy team.
Yeah, I mean, with the shift nowadays, previously it's a lot of the mid lane heroes are actually strength heroes, but right now the shift is somewhat changing to the Revenor, Fade, and stuff like that. That is a little bit more squishy, and the hack heroes that are somewhat a little bit more vital. You have the Witch Slayer to go in there for a nice little finisher there with the Silver Bullet. The main reason why they prefer Witch Slayer now as compared to before was before Pyromancer was the main burst, and if you look at burst, you wanted that. But Witch Lair provides a little bit extra utility with miniaturization, as well as the quick graveyard stun, and also the fact that nowadays heroes are a little bit more inclined towards. In fact, you don't see much INT heroes on the board anymore, except for support, and it's been away for a really long while. And you want to have a Witch Lair to just drain out the mana for Fate against hero like that. But that being said, this game Fate as well as Witch Lair are gonna take the same side. And on the flip side, it's going to be the MOA. MOA also very much, mana inclined, same as the Bubble, so is the Keeper. So all of them are pretty susceptible to the mana drain, or rather the power drain also it's called. So powerful, it drains your power away. Oh my god, sucks my life away. That's not what I want to have to face off with, but that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. If it's a Puppet Master on Team Hellborn, I'm gonna be... we're all gonna be in for a good show, really.
Yeah, I mean, plus Puppet Master, so another strong carry that was seen in DreamHack Winter, and I mean that's just because of the way his got a lot of buffs with the Voodoo Puppet, I mean a Voodoo Puppet, and the increase to his Whiplash, damage as well as the chance that it's now only 4 attacks rather than 5, and like Lodestone, he was a hero that was kind of dying out into the scene after like cycle number 1, but eventually now. But I mean, like one of the few teams that still runs the Lodestone, I do believe, is Turtle.masters. They really love that Lodestone, and apparently it's gonna be a hooky Lodestone. So that's gonna be a secondary support Lodestone.
For a hooking good time, but except this guy is not gonna have the hooks. I'm just gonna hook in for a nice little Shadow Storm indeed. But that's it. Game is now gonna begin quickly, and we have MR up against Turtle Masters. Turtle Masters, Cycle 1 champions, MR nowhere close. And this is in fact your Cycle 1 finals, in case you guys forgot about that. And yeah, so Cycle 1 finals, Cycle 4 is in a, second best spot here, but still we're looking for a pretty good game, and we should be able to get that. That's it, game 1, well underway here. And on the Legion side, we do have Neolution.MRR, and the drafter there are going to be Color X playing as the Slayer from the Witchlands, and that's going to be the Witch Slayer. We also got Bomb Rusher Paul playing as the Fate, the women that cannot be seen. You never know what to do. Bomb Rusher Paul playing as the Fate, Pestilence, the buck that needs to be squished today, and stop evolving, please. It's Chitter1X. We also got Wretched Egg, a very ugly, fugly thing Duihyu playing as Richard Hack. We also got War Beast, yes. The only thing that is smart enough to evolve to riding other animals is War Beast this game, and it's 07TV1. And on the flip side, it's gonna be on Hellborn team, Masters, also in Thailand. Hooky Hook gonna be your trusty captain and drafter there. He is gonna be the lodestone, the only thing with a wheel. We have a look-like leaf that apparently looks like a leaf, and that's gonna be the keeper of the forest. Mei there, a new member, I do believe, and he is already in the playoff finals here, so pretty good job. Mei is your newbie MOA with dual guns there, but not from the Wild West. So we have mascot for the whole team XIZ playing as the Bubbles, and that's Blastoise, a Pokemon wannabe. And on the flip side, the last guy with no alternate avatar, disgustingly enough, it seems like it's gonna be the Iron Nun Puppet Master.
The Iron Nun Puppet Master sounds so wrong. I'm the Iron Nun Puppet Master. But yeah, what is this? Just looking at the laning, it's definitely gonna be that Witch Slayer, Pestilence mid. Fade, unless Fade wants to go mid, I don't think it's as necessary. Fade's probably just gonna back up Richard Hag at the bottom lane. Off lane is gonna be that War Beast. War Beast, you see, he's smart. He got full mana potion region rather than the health potion, because it's a lot better for him in terms of pulling the creep wave towards in between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower for him to farm really effectively. Mid's gonna be Lodestone and or not really, and I think Bubbles could most probably just solo in the mid lane if he wants to. Puppet Master gonna be at the top with that Master of Arms. As for Hooky, I think he's probably just gonna be helping out and supporting Keeper of the Forest at this bottom lane.
I never knew Blastoise could do push-ups. I thought that he was gonna swim in the ocean all day long. But that being said, we are just looking at this game to just set a begin for a very long time. But it has not started just yet. And even now, before it begins, it's gonna have a pause again. And in general, Iron Nun, very trusty carry. Definitely love to see him play the Puppet Master. Would love to see also if he will have insane farm this game. And do note that it's old news already, but Puppet Master, the reason why he's been picked up nowadays is because you have him a little bit extra buff there for his Whiplash and whatnot, and that's gonna deal a little extra damage. Actually, quite a fair bit extra damage coming out for the Puppet Master. And in general, that's one of the first few heroes in HoN actually is the PM, and it's nice to see that we began with PM and we end with PM.
Should just add an S behind it. But yeah, I mean, Puppet Master was that hero that was always picked up like in competitive way back when HoN just first started out, because he was so strong. Because back then, if you remember, the Heartland's Blade did not have a stack on it. Like it didn't stack with other effects. So you would go like Heartland's Blade into Symbol of Rage, into Shrunken Head, and an Invisibility that you would just crush anybody so quickly. And I mean, he was just one of those heroes that were just retardedly overpowered with that kind of item sets. And then eventually the nerf items, Puppet Master started, going. I mean, started dying a little bit less, and then like he wasn't picked up after that because there's so many more other overpowered heroes being added into S2.
Yeah,
Just a little history over there about S2 then.
About that, before it's like a history of mankind. Before the Constitution kicked in, you can have as many women as you can until they decided that one is gonna be enough for you, and you're gonna have to stay with one attack modifier. And then it became a really tough choice. Then they decided to make maybe one concubine, and they somehow decided to give a little bit of a questionable route there, and that's gonna be the Elder Parasite. A change to a what the fuck you call it again? A trigger modifier or something, right? Activation.
Oh, yeah, activation modifier.
Yeah, which is just a corny term there, but in general, it's like saying, okay, you know what? You can have a side concubine, but don't let your wife know about that. But that said, back to this game here, guys. Reality check. Yeah, PM. Nice history there by Larka. I definitely wish that we don't have the Constitution. We can go back to the good old days and have like a freaking well, you have what have you, Frostburn, Hardcon's Blade, and then you have also the Elder Parasite. This guy hits for a shit ton of damage. He also slows you like hell, and that's just fun, but they decide that shit's just way too OP, and they want to make esports out of that, which apparently didn't take flight anyway, but enough talking about that one. And back to this game, MRR versus Masters, man. Game number 1, and I don't think it's gonna begin at all.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, but these players need to get their shit together because we've been waiting for a really long time, I have to say. Fade is finally kind of come back into this game, so I think it should be pretty much okay. Hellhound's actually already spotting out and scouting and routing the Hellburn side, and I think that he's probably gonna spawn another set to pull the lane.
Yeah, definitely want to see that being done from 070 I'm playing and the Warbeast role. Well, previous games he played very well, and in this kind of situation, you're gonna expect a lot more. And we are just the kind of people when to give us 10 cent, we want 20 cent. And it just snowballs from there. Yeah, it does. And that's it. Help on site, pretty good amount of burst potential. Legion, fairly okay. I mean, they have the hack to work with. And also, if a Burning Shadow is perfect, it could look like a really devastating kind of a setup. And you have the Fate there as well. Don't forget that the Fate approach, that you can really never see a Fate coming in. And that's one of the main reasons why Fate is just very effective in that stage of that game. But that's it again. I am hoping that this is going to be an exciting game because I have a feeling that TurS is going to win the first game. So Lark, before we start here, how do you think this series is going to end and who do you think is going to win it? Haha.
Uh, man, I hate being put on the spot. I think that. Okay, I'll say that Turtle Master. Oh no, wait, Turtle Masters? Legion? Uh,
Can
uh,
decide now, can
wait. Okay, I know. I think the series is gonna go 2-0
Oh,
in
clean series.
favor of Legion team, MR.
Okay. I am praying that it is a clean series, but if it's not, then well, but my mind tells me it's gonna be split 2-1. And what I'm saying is that I'm saying
Don't
TurS is
curse
gonna
it.
win this one. Yeah,
Don't
I'm
curse
thinking
it.
TurS because MR already got what they came for, man. They bested S2Y, and also now all that's on the line is just the pride of winning one cycle, which they very well know that they are not prepared to win Orange Esports. No one is prepared to win Orange Esports, and the previous time they faced against Orange Esports is gonna be it was 3-0 in cycle 3. So, well, a lot of trees there, but that's it. I might as well be the keeper first, but that's it. In this kind of situation, we're looking at I'm looking at Masters, man. We need someone to face up against Orange Esports, not MR.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there, but dude, you're so mean to MR. You're like saying their shit. Nah, I
No,
was
wait.
kidding. But
I root for them above S2I any day, but they already got what they came for.
oh shit.
They won the only competition that could really rob them of their spot, which is pretty good, and that's S2I. So now that they are already automatically qualified for the grand finals, that's it, man, guys. Grand finals. Between them, Orange, and two other undisclosed teams yet. That's gonna happen next year. So I think that they are kind of happy, and when people are happy, they are satisfied. And if we're satisfied, you don't have the hunger to win. Unlike TurS Masters, that's like, this is our first game, man. Let's do it well, guys. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fine. I think just by the
Did I
way
just
that the
talk
game,
you
no,
out of
that
MR vote?
no, just the way that the game is shaping, I still think that MLR is gonna have the favor, and I don't know, like MLR, man, they won S2I, and I don't know about that, but it's mainly because S2I threw a lot. But at the same time, you have to remember that MR, they did a good show at the early start of that game, where you know they had the godlike lineup coming up from S2I, and they literally, like, they played it really well. I have to give them that, and big props to them. So I think they most probably are gonna pick up a win here against Turtle Masters, at least a win.
Yeah, which is why I said it's gonna be 2-1.
Yeah.
MR getting one.
And I think
Oh,
MR
hold that up because
oh.
now Witchler gonna get ganked in the mid lane, but nice little impale stun coming from Pesky. But with that down goes Witchler. See, shots fired, bro. XNZ gonna pick up the Bloodlust and this game as well. But we have down south a little bit extra gang happening from MRR side, and it seems like Leaf is having a little bit of trouble. He will look like a Leaf right now, but there's a lot of wrath being placed, and that's gonna be the death of him or so we think. Yes, it is. So close there, but he does have the slow coming from the HoN, so the bat's doing extra work for the hack. And that's gonna be 1-for-1 here, and 3 minutes in already, it seems like a very close game for game 1.
Yep, seems like a close game indeed, but they do get the Bloodlust coming up from the Hellburn team, so that's a good thing in their favor, and that means XNZ now is level 4. Look at him, man. Look at the amount of harass he's doing the Pestilence. Holy shit. And that's without the Warcry buff that is being given to Pestilence on the Legion side. Warbeast is level 4, he just hit it over there, gonna get the level 2 Battlecry, I think, or maybe even the level 2 dogs, but nevertheless, he's getting a lot of farm himself. I'm not sure if MR is the team that does it, but there is one Thai team I remember where they play the offlane Warbeast and they actually go into more levels of Hellhounds. I actually don't agree with that play, because you definitely want more levels into Battlecry so that once it's level 4 it doesn't cost any mana.
Yep, and that's what you want to see. But that's it, 1-1 so far, about 4 minutes in already. Hellbound team, we have a little bit of a pseudo trailing at top lane. That's going to completely box out their Warbeast. Warbeast already a level 4, and that's due to the credit that he has been pulling the lane really aggressively. It's pretty good news at least. Lowstone only level 2, and on the flip side, we also got MOA level 3. And that being said, mid lane, it seems like Pesty's having a pretty good time up against Bubbles, but Bubbles is level 4. Both of them, in fact, level 4. And you have to look at CS right now, and when you look at CS, you can tell that it's a completely different story. Bubbles with only 7 creep kill, and Pesty with about 23. So Pesty winning this lane, the mid lane and top lane. Hack is down south at about 24 creep kill as well, and that's against Keeper's 14. So Keeper not doing good at all. And on the flip side, top lane we have pretty interesting PM with about 26 creep kills. So that's pretty sizable. But the only good news is that TurTleMasters knocked off the T1 at top lane already.
Oh, poor beast.
Oh, look at that stun though. Pretty good stuff happening there as well. And it seems like a little bit extra. Puppet the Soul is gonna come in as well, but only level 1. It's not gonna be enough. Yep, 1 level in only, I do believe. Let me just check that. Yep, only 1 levels in and 3 levels Whiplash. This is why PM, you don't go 1 level into
No, it's not about that. I'm fine with the way that he built up his thing, because that's usually the go-to. But the reason I said what is because like Master of Arms blocked Puppet Master for the last couple of auto attacks, and then Master of Arms kind of screwed that up, and then because of the way that he backed out so late, the creeps blocked him and he couldn't do shit. So, oh man, that was a kill that they should have gotten, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, they should have gotten a kill, but that's it. Lowstone now gonna try and flank this guy. And from the side, looking for a kill. Warby's only level 5, so you don't have the Metamorphosis to work with just yet, but I do believe that he's gonna go back there, and Hellhound gonna be farming for him and his steed. So that's pretty good news, at least for Team Legion. Rather, Hellhound gonna pull the creeps away, and that's not what I have. What do you want to have on Hellbound side? But that being said, Lowstone actually taking a very aggressive stance, and this is actually a very good spot for Lowstone to be in, because you can nicely gang both top as well as mid lane, but nothing happening in mid lane just yet. I think they're waiting for Bubbles to be level 6 first before there's a Kelpfield, and Kelpfield can provide extra lockdown on Team Legion members.
Yeah, I mean, Kelpfield is always such a good skill, especially seeing as to how he's already heavily harassed Pestilence here in the same double damage. Even the double D's coming up from Bubbles over there, so he's gonna do a lot of damage right there. And
I wanna have that picture in my mind, bro.
and double D's motorboating. Never mind. And it seems like the supports coming up from the bottom lane, Witch Slayer as well as Fade, and Witch Slayer has a haste rune bottled up for Pestilence, so I don't think the gang's gonna happen anytime soon. Even if they have the kelp field, I don't think they have enough burst damage to kill the Pestilence off. It's probably gonna take Bubbles another Shell Surf, and then after that, the full combination.
Yeah, for sure. And MOA actually gonna hide behind him now that he already has the Kelpfield with Bottle. I do believe it's down to about 1 charge, and that's gonna mean a little bit extra mana for him. Should try and proof off the gang, but here comes also the Fate, and Fate is gonna be in his vicinity for a short while. Meanwhile, it's pretty good news to MRR, so DQ already won the lane down south, and that's gonna be the hack there. And we have a pretty good spot so far. They're knocking on the defense tier 1 there. I do believe it is not gonna be contested. Keeper is in the vicinity, but I don't think the Keeper is going to be there. But that's the top lane gank's going to happen here. And nice little stuff from Lodestone. Nothing that is going to materialize from that. Warby's actually going into a beast mood there. Is not able to do much. But a good deny coming from Look Like Leaf, man. So our tree keeper, or rather our leaf-looking friend, is able to pick off at least the deny.
Yeah, leaf-looking friend indeed. He's such a leafy creature.
I'd love to see him in real life though. How does he look like? Does he look like Leaf?
He looks like Leaf. He does, I think. if not, why the Look Like Leaf name? Anyways, Fate does have another Sentry Ward with him, the Ward of Revelation, so they can always pick up a gank on him. And ColorX is doing a good job of trying to thwart this Ward of Sight that was being placed, but in the vicinity is like that Puppet Master, who surprisingly went for Ghost Marches first. I don't actually agree with that, because you always want attack speed over that.
I know why. Because he just got blocked by MOA and he's completely pissed off by that.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a reason, but I think Puppet Master is trying to rush for an early Hellflower, either that or most possibly the Assassin Shroud. Because Assassin Shroud's strong, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely strong. That's it, we have 1-1 so far, 8 minutes in, still nothing happening yet. Very slow game, like the start of this game, like how the game began. I hope it will not keep to be such a slow game, because at one point in time it's definitely gonna escalate. And here comes Heck, also gonna try and farm out the Ancients as well. Keeper, for a better lack of expression in terms of his frustration, he decides to just taunt the Heck out. And it is pretty effective because he changed her away, and that's gonna be the case. But that's a mid lane Pestilence level 6 already, and it's very slow game because Legion team they don't have the aggression so far, and they want to see Fate level 6. Fate's still level 5. Once Fate hits
Oh,
level 6, something can really happen here. But
top
meanwhile,
lane.
top lane, Witch there, invisible, looking for a kill there onto the PM, but PM is gonna run away. And Warbeast is not gonna give chase as well, so I think that's gonna be it for the engagement.
Yeah, PM knows something's up because they like Warbeast is pushing up really quickly. Usually Warbeast would just stay in the lane and just continue firing, but I think he knows that some shit's going on, and he's actually gonna go ahead and try to pull this lane, which is good for him because that means the lane's gonna go even much more favor towards him. Which there, unfortunately, Invis runs out and he is gonna be spotted, so the gig is up. But in the meantime, middle lane, there's 3 heroes here. Root's off cooldown, so I don't know if Keeper of the Forest is gonna go try to set up for a gank or maybe just even possibly continue farming bottom, which it looks like he's gonna do.
He's probably just gonna die since it's Keeper of the Suicide, but right now he's looking at bottom lane farm again, and mid lane, however, Babael's gonna be here. Bubbles hasn't used a single thing yet except for Shell Serve, so I don't know, man. So far the game is just so slow, but look at Hack already with Lightbrand, so that's at least good news that a little bit extra motion coming from MR. MR doing a really good job. We also got Fate now waiting for level 6, still at level 5. God damn it, someone give her just the extra level experience that she needs for level 6 so that she can nicely gank. But that said, I do believe that a little bit of the extra top river action and HoN going to Lodestone because he just ninja'd it all the way with a rocket drill.
Yeah, that was really funny to see. But yeah, as soon as Fate hits level 6, definitely look towards ganks on Keeper or even the middle lane because Bubbles is really susceptible to ganks. Even that Lodestone, who's only level 4 by the way, but he's super tanky. Holy shit, he's sitting at about 850 HP with no items except for a power supply, and he doesn't even have a single point to Lodestone plates.
Yep, and that is the merits of playing a strength hero Lodestone. He is definitely a little bit extra tanky, and you want to have that in terms of a ganker because he will provide the extra, survivability that he needs. He doesn't even need to go for Helm of the Black Legion. Should he go for that? I'll completely go to talent and slap this guy. But that being said, down south we have Hooky Hook now potting here and looking for the kill onto the Fate, but Fate is going to be more than safe because Fate does already hit level 6, so Reflection can be used anytime, in fact, to just provide a little bit getaway.
Yep, and like I mentioned, Puppet Master, he is in fact gonna be working towards that invisibility, that assassin shroud. He's actually really afraid of ganks right now. That's why you see him playing so passively at the top lane, even though there's no one there. But of course, he doesn't have the god vision like we do. Hellhound's again gonna go ahead and try to clear out this Dragon Masters. Probably gonna help Witchslayer to pick this up himself. Who's gonna pick up the farm? Yep, it's gonna be the Witchslayer. He does hit level 5 after that, so that's gonna be a level 3 Graveyard Stun, and a level closer to getting that Silver Bullet, which is gonna be a very, very nice addition towards their current lineup.
Yep, for sure, and that's it. So far, no goal lead. In fact, very, very minuscule here, but 200 only for Team Hellbound. Legion on the flip side, they are pretty good spot. You have Hack also level 9 ready with Lightbrand, looking to deal a little bit extra damage there. And Lightbrand, the only good thing about it so early up is that it does provide the extra help in terms of farm. And I would definitely want to see how Hack is gonna try and size up the farm. So far, in terms of GPM, we're looking at Hack about 365, just slightly above that of Puppet Master. Puppet Master not looking very good. But that's it, the gang from Fate happening on a PM. And speaking of Puppet Master, Iron just died today. And it's not going to help his whole team if they don't protect him, man. You need wards. And this is the one with the main reason why Fate is just so strong a hero in terms of ganking, that it's commonly banned out, in fact, for the entire year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just such a good hero with that Reflection Ultimate. That's God Vision. Oh, that blink though.
Questionable again, but here comes the Lowstone, picks up the kill on Witch there. That's pretty good news. Lowstone doing a lot of work this game. They're gonna try and size up the kill here onto Wretched Hack. Wretched Hack gonna try and pot away, but on the flip side we have Pestilence nicely running to safety there. So generally, again, each side picking up 1 kill. Generally, you have 1 kill goalie for Team Hellbound because they knocked off the tier 1. But in return, again, it got completely eroded because top lane also gets addressed. It's such a back and forth game, man. It is.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna get this tier 1 mid, and I don't think Legion team can defend this currently because they used a lot of spells, and Pestilence doesn't have mana, and he's like the bulk of their initiation for his team. The glyph was used already, but there is a keeper in the vicinity. I don't know if they want to try to fight this or defend this. Here we go.
Yep, there we go. That's going to be used as well. Rocket Drill actually not going to be used because of miniaturization, but it could be used. There we go. Nice stun there on the Fate as well. But here comes the Pestilence with the pot again. The big bad blast goes down. Lowstone, no trouble. Lowstone channel up the Shell Storm. Can he get it off? I don't think so. Here goes down. PM secures a nice little voodoo puppet there, but does not have enough damage to pick up the kill there on 7 TV, so Warbeast is going to be okay. And in general, that is a big team fight for MRR, man. They took the merits of the entire fight, even though it was only 1 kill on Lodestone, but still, they managed to waste the root coming up from Team Hellborn. They also wasted the interesting Kelfield.
Yeah, and a Voodoo Puppet. That was good team fight for them. Yeah, really, really good indeed. And I think had Hag ran a little bit forward, I think he would have picked up the kill on Master of Arms as well, because it just missed him by an inch.
So close, just so close. But that's it. Turtle.masters had to lose the first game here, and MR on the flip side, they are doing a pretty good job. Almost no goal lead going out to anyone yet, but you can tell for sure that the hack is going to snowball henceforth, and also is the Fate. And Fate is just such a scary Genki kind of hero. Makes you... she's like Batman, you know?
Batman? What?
Yep. Be the very reason you're afraid of the dark. But that being said,
Okay.
we have X and Z. Bubble. You mean you don't know Batman?
I know Batman, but what?
Yeah, because once you farm alone, you walk in the jungle, dark area, dark places, you see a Fate come out and boom, you're dead. But that's it. And cool story, I know, but
Cool story, bro.
in general, you have Bubbles down to level 9. Bubbles trying to put forth a little bit extra pressure on his bottom lane. Not sure why he needs it here though. In fact, he should be looking to push the top lane, but I think they are gonna try. They were just trying to put forth a little bit extra pressure on the Legion jungle, and securing those camps is pretty good news. Hack on the flip side already level 10 with double damage, knocking on that main, well, tier 1 and mid lane. Gets Puppet TurS being used as well as the Puppet Show. Rocket Jill will not connect. Oh, actually will, and Lodestone not gonna do much of a thing there.
Yeah, I actually thought they were gonna go on to that because Bubbles can always Shell Surf and Kelp Field to pick up the kill, but I guess they were a little bit afraid of the follow-up initiation from Pestilence, who doesn't have a Steam Boost just yet. He's gonna get it really, really soon though. That double damage on Hag though. Hag is 700 gold right now in the bank and sitting at about 377 gold per minute. He's doing relatively very well. His Steam Boots, the Grave Locket on top of the Light Brand, even the Ring of the Teacher. So he's
looking
farming
for the kill
really
on
nice.
Bubbles right now. Look at that. Bubbles a lot of trouble. Bubbles gonna pop the kill out of desperation and throws forward a little bit of shell stuff. It's gonna be okay because that counts the keeper for a nice little backup there. Down goes Fate, and it seems like Witchlair a lot of trouble. Witchlair goes down. What a burst it is. Iron Man picks up the kill, and that's gonna be the carry. PM there with the last minute whiplash, just slapping and whipping the Witchlair.
Yeah, he got whipped real hard, and he even used the silver bullet. Unfortunately, that's a waste. Like, I don't get why you use the silver bullet when you know you're gonna
Bubbles,
die already.
man.
Well, Bubbles, yeah, the thing. When you should rather just save it because the cooldown is actually pretty long at the early start.
Yeah, it is, but still you have him level 6 and it doesn't seem like it's gonna hit level 11 anytime soon. He's no Ratchet Hack, and in fact it's only half the level of Ratchet Hack, so I believe he's gonna have to deal with that one way or the other. And it's good to see that at least this Witcher has the brains to not go for power drain, and he knows that it's not such a powerful drain after all. Going for Meteorization as well as Graveyard Stun, both of which are gonna help his team in terms of team fight and, well, ganks in general, so that is what you want to see coming from a support Witchlayer.
Yep, support Witchlayer just needs to be the bitch for the team, ward up, use your spells, and then die. And I think that's the only thing he can really do in this game.
Doesn't even KS, you know, he just
Yeah,
silver bullets
exactly.
first before the fight.
Exactly, that's what a good Witchlayer would do rather than saving the kills for himself. But yeah, Hag, he's gonna get the Grimoire of Power really soon. 700 more gold or 650 more, and he should have that really soon. And Midas, wow. Okay, so Warbeast actually goes for a Midas or Alchemist Bone, sorry, instead of just going for a straight up Shrunken. That's very questionable this late into the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not the fastest Alchemist Bones. He is definitely no, you know, archaeologist or whatever you call it, and he will not have the ability to just dig up the bones as fast as he wanted to. But that being said, it's pretty good to see him at least have the extra damage attack speed coming from the Alchemist Bones. The only thing is that so late into this game, it's slightly questionable as to how much gold he could really get, and it's diminishing return, don't forget about that one. So he will definitely have the returns and in due time, but whether as to the game will end by then, that's the question. And he should have gone for straight up Shrunken. That's gonna help him a lot against the Keeper, against Shadowstorm, against even Bubbles, and also don't forget PM's skills are all magical, so it's definitely a must-have. But he doesn't go for that route, wants to go for a little bit extra farming, and that may actually break this game for them.
Yeah, I think that's a really questionable item pickup. Like you should just, yeah, like nice mentioned, just go for straight shrunken head. Why do you need that extra farm capabilities? You already have a hag who's going to be farming a lot. You have pestilences to rely on as well. Hag has his grimoire, by the way. You have a witch slayer to support you. Like what else do you want more? Like you go and waste 1,009 gold for alchemist bones rather than just picking up mighty axe into something like a shrunken head. So,
Well, at least it's got $891 discount there.
yeah, I guess, but still,
It's
yeah.
only 1,009. But that's it. We have Fate now trying to run away from the bubbles. Calfeel already connecting there, and Fate's gonna be okay. And it's a little bit of bad news for Hellbond because the tier 2 already destroyed.
Yep, and the duster was all the way in the front at the tower, so
Oh
no
wow,
way,
that's
yeah, no way he was gonna be able to dust out the what's his face, the Fate.
Fate.
So
What's
Fate
his face?
is Fate probably can kill Master of Arms himself.
Oh, but they have a Ward of Wrath there, and it's...
No, that's his. That's his.
Oh yeah, that's his. Okay, so it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
That's it on
Oh shit!
the OPM. They know what's going on. There's the Puppet Master in his vicinity, and there goes Hooky Hook. They wanted to gank the Fate, but they got ganked instead, and down goes the Fate. At least that's a little bit of the redemption token coming up for Team
Fate?
Hellborn.
What the Fate, man? Like, what was Fate doing? Like, he didn't need to. He could have survived, in my opinion. He could have just even just thrown up the stun rather than get, you know, the what's it called, the puppet show applied onto him because he couldn't do anything after that. Puppet Master is very very fragile now. I really hope for his sake that he gets at least a mighty axe into his inventory. Sell off the totem, get the minor, not minor, so get the mighty axe so that he gets a little bit more HP because he went for ghost marchers.
Yeah, Ghost Marcher's not a very good item in terms of playing as a carry, auto attacker. You want the extra damage, you want the extra attack speed. You also want the extra health because if it's a strength steam boots, it does give you a little bit extra health as well. So those are the merits of his steam boots. But the Ghost Marcher does provide a little bit extra ganky effort in terms of chasing. But we need to be we really need to be realistic here. What the hell? We really need to be realistic here in the fact that a PM can never chase up against a war beast, so there is no real reason for Ghost Marchers to begin with. And I believe Larcms just died again. There we go. I think he just disconnected. He should be back in this game. Don't worry about that. Bomb Rusher Pole gonna be here. Fate and not in time for the laugh, in fact. But we have this game well underway. We have 5-5. I think it disconnected from the game.
Yeah, I DC'd for some reason. Like my net just dropped. The fuck?
Well, I'm only glad it's you and not me because I'm the one streaming here.
Yeah, I don't know. Am I? Did it say I'm DC'd or?
Yeah, you have timed out.
Okay, because I'm still stuck in the game. Hold on, let me just quickly reconnect.
That's it. We have Minotaur happening. Rather a little bit of scouting action by Iron Nun. Pretty good job so far. Fate is just at the bottom lane farming, and he don't want to be here because here comes the gang, and Lodestone gonna be behind, and you'll have a little bit of the extra Legion team here as well. You got a Pestilence and Hack in his vicinity, but they are just not gonna jump in quickly. And in fact, May is gonna land a Ward of Wrath there in the Q3 spot, and that's gonna help counter the Fate should they want to take a little bit of the aggressive stance there. But that's it. 22 minutes up, already 5-5, 6k goalie for MR. MR doing a really good job in this game, whereas for Team Hellborn Turtle.masters, they are just turtling out of this one, and I think that they are not having a very good farm. And if you look at the GPM charts, only the PM have a sizable amount of farm, whereas for the rest of them, they don't have that. Hack has got about 480 plus, so is the Warbase. The only scary part to note is that you have a Puppet Master that has to fight against both Hack as well as Warbase in the late game, and you don't want to fight, you don't want to play against that kind of situation. You also got the Pestilence to worry about, so that's 3 heroes up against 1. And not to mention that, okay, maybe you can say the rest of his teammates is not that unreliable. I agree with you on that point, but you have the bubbles that can't really do much late stage. You also have the MOA. MOA can snowball, but MOA has got no farm right now, so I'm not looking forward to that as well. In general, it's only going to be the low stone can deal a burst damage in terms of Shadow Storm, but that's about it. And Puppet Master is going to be, as in the PM, is going to be all by himself.
Yeah, I mean, Puppet Master he's like the only main source of auto attack damage coming from Hellborn team now. And there is no way that Master of Arms is going to rotate towards that semi-carry role because he's that support division right now for his team, and he can't do anything else besides just ward. If not, his team is going to get potentially screwed over if he starts you know, building for more of a carry-ish route. I do believe they are going to try the trade towers right now, tier 2 for tier 2, bottom and top. but it looks like there are some ports coming in already from the Hellburn team.
Yep, they are looking at this defender and this tier 2 spot here, but Fate's invisible behind enemy line, in fact, and this is the main reason why you're afraid of the dark. If Keeper is just hiding in a tree there and Fate knows about it, it's gonna be an easy kill. But here comes the extra pot in, and Fate's gonna also try and pot away DQ. Sorry, does deny the top tier 2, and that's pretty good news for MR at least. They deny the extra goal going into the banks of TurTleMasters, and TurTleMasters not gonna be happy about that one.
Yep, and now Keeper, if you take a good look at it, he's trying to rush for a Restoration Stone. I don't think that's the best item in this kind of scenario. Like you need a Barrier Idol in your team. You need, you know, more team fight items. Rushing for that Restoration Stone, yeah, could be good because of the lockdown against the bulk of the Legion team, as well as that War Beast. Like against the War Beast, it's so good. And I guess in this kind of sense, it will be kind of like their saving grace in team fights, because War Beast is nowhere close to picking up a Shrunken Head unless he just purchases it. Yep, actually he did. So, yep, never mind. Forget what I just said, because Keeper of the Forest, unfortunately for him, he's not gonna be that much of a factor in this game. Like once he uses his ultimates, what else is he gonna do? Invis his teammates when they have vision of them. Like eventually, it'll come to a point where Legion team is just gonna buy a Bound Eye.
Yeah, but also the fact you got Swamp to work with on the Pestilence, and that's a pretty good well, a Shroud kind of ability
that
there, anti-invis. And yeah, the good news is that Warbeast has the Shrunken Head, like you nicely mentioned. So that's going to mean that they can quickly go for a little bit of a push right now if they want to do so. And I would personally recommend the bottom lane tier, because the bottom lane has got a tier 2 still standing. And Hellbound on the flip side, they are looking to defend. But PM needs farm, but PM doesn't have items, and he is still very far from his own Shrunken Head.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane.
Yep, they actually spot out the Keeper here. This could be big because Keeper, you don't want to be here, but down goes the Keeper with a nice little bullet counter X. Picks that one up, and that's going to be it. That's it. TurTleMasters is going to show himself in his region, but he will not be able to deal too much damage to the Legion team. And in fact, I don't see them defending this tier 2 right now. They should be defending a tier 3 in fact. But there goes DQ picking up the kill quickly on MOA. MOA takes the fall. DQ just flashed in and screamed the hell out of his lung, and down goes me.
Yeah, he screamed at the top of his lungs like ah, and he died. But Pestilence with double damage did a lot of work. Fade is gonna get a Shrunken Head very soon, by the way. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That item choice by him. Wait for a quick Shrunken, that's kind of good, and he could probably pick up a portal key after that.
Yeah, I mean, you would definitely die too if you have an old lady that looks like shit and looks like shit that screams just right next to you. Definitely, I would die. I'll collapse on the ground, heart attack, name it, man. But that's it. 26 minutes up already. 7-5 in this game, and MRR is in a very good spot to win his first game. I hope it's gonna be a clean series, like you mentioned, and MRR is gonna win this whole thing. If not, if it's just like what I predicted, and it's gonna be 2-1 TurTleMasters or 2-1 MRR. It's gonna be a long drawn best of 3 series. But that's it! Again, look at the scream doing the work. Someone needs to masking tape this hag right now.
Yeah, Moa can't do anything. He's just, you know, being yeah, he's a Moa, you know those Moas? Yeah, but anyways, yeah, they're gonna be able to take Kong right now. There is vision of this. Hellburn knows that, but I don't think Hellburn can really take a team fight. They are gonna try though, because it looks like they're trying to converge over here. There is bubbles in the vicinity. He has a portal key. Maybe gonna try to snatch it out. Nope, seems like not.
Yeah, I think actually he does jump in, and that's not gonna be a really wise choice because he doesn't have that. Oh wait, he does. He stole it.
Wow, big plays. Wow. Holy shit.
Good job by the mascot. So XNZ does a very good job of at least cancelling out that token of life. And MR is gonna be really pissed off right now. I thought he didn't have it.
Yeah, he got it. I saw it at the tail end. He actually literally ran up and took it. I have no clue what Hag was doing, but I think he was AFK wanking off or something because he didn't pick up the token, and that actually cost them a lot because now that means they can't really push in. And that opens up a little bit more space and time for Keeper to pick up his Restoration Stone. And fighting uphill against the Restoration Keeper is not really that good for positioning in terms of the Legion side.
Exactly, and I mean, Hack, man, great mistake there. So at least now Hellbound has got the extra space to farm, like I mentioned, and Hack should have just gotten that one. Don't know what else she was doing. I think they're just strong, like I mentioned before. The moment you won S2Y, you're just like, you know what? It's okay. We don't need to win this game. We can just drop. We can just go smoke weed and relax and chill.
Like some bushes.
Like some bushes, indeed. There we go. What the hell, but 9-5 so far, 11k goal for MR. They can still win this one, they can still push, but they don't have the token to work with, and that's not going to help them in major team fights. But still, I would definitely advocate a push sometime soon. They also know that one, and whoa, Babael's actually so close, man. The HoN's going to be used quickly. I do believe it's actually... Okay, so Hack decides to throw this game away. That's pretty cool.
I think maybe it's just shadow vision. Couldn't see it, but look at this, man. Fade's on the loose, but there is a Bao9 on Lodestone, so not that much of an issue.
Yep, Bao9 is gonna spot out the Fade, and that's gonna help out one team just hold the fort here. They do have the defensive advantage, which is a little bit of the uphill battle for Team Legion, and uphill it is indeed. We can have Illusion Abusion again, and it's somewhat effective to a certain extent, but this is not Jomina's illusion, so it is not gonna get abused too violently. And that's pretty good news, at least for our illusion-loving friends.
Illusion-loving friends.
29 minutes in, 9-5, no push happening yet. Mid lane, 50% health, tier 3, could actually go down real soon, but I don't think it's actually going to materialize here.
Yeah, they could probably just fake back, which I think is a possibility that's doing now, but this is great use there by Look Like Thief. Look at those animated trees, just spotting out the rest of the Hellborn team. He invis both of them, so, well, but out goes one, so... Fortunately, the buff does end, but I think they can set up for a... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Pesty gonna jump in quickly, but he does have Shrunken Head, so he's gonna be okay. But on the flip side, Look Likely for Keep of the Suicide is actually going to be okay. He does face with a little bit of Miniaturization there, but not enough to pick him off in general. And still, it's a very big win, man. The Kongor by XIZ. XIZ, my personal MVP already, unless of course it starts throwing game.
Yeah, that could also be a possibility, but yeah, I mean, Legion team, shit, they popped Shrunken Heads, wasted, and didn't follow up. They just backed off. I felt that was a little bit weak, and on their part, they should have just gone in and committed to that. There is gonna be a team fight here, though.
Yeah, Witchslayer 1 against 4. Nice Graveyard Stun landing on about 2 of them, but that's just about it. And here comes the root as well. I do believe that Bad Blast was used by Hack as it already. And that's not going to be the very effective one, but that's it. Down goes Pestilence. A nice Voodoo Puppet by Puppet Master. And it seems like Lodestone is also going down. Down goes Mo as well. Moa is dead. And Keeper without the root is practically nothing to really do there. So MR doing a really good job there. You have the War Base. His main job really is just auto attack, and that's one of the main reasons why you don't pick up Alchemist Bone. You want to go for a little bit of the extra survivability build in the early stage of this game. But enough bashing about that one. It seems like they're gonna push right now, and I think they may actually still get the Millibrax off as well.
Yeah, they could force buybacks here, but the buybacks are in heroes that are not really that great. Here comes... Okay, here we go.
Yep, we have the hole being used already on Fate. Fate's gonna take the fall first. A little bit too slow with the Shrunken Head, I think, and that's gonna be the main reason why they will have to force themselves to pull back here. And Millibrax actually just stopped at about 50% health. So this push not completely successful, somewhat semi-successful. They are gonna be looking for a bit of the mid lane push again.
Yeah, they definitely need to go and push down mid because it's barren right now for them. They can easily take that if they want to. What did I want to mention? Yeah, there is that Geometer's finally completed. I was thinking that would probably be the best next item for Hag because he's getting locked down in team fights. He's gonna get prepared and ready to go once Keeper of Forest has that Restoration Stone, so he's already preparing for that. It also does add onto more damage for him, and it allows him to use the Illusion Abusion, like you nicely mentioned. And I think he just needs a little bit more damage items next. He could even go for the Culture Sheepstick. I think like that would be the perfect item just to round it up for him.
Yeah, it is definitely going to be a very good item, but Culture Sheepstick is very expensive, and she basically needs to farm a lot more. And in this kind of a game, 32 minutes already, 13-8. I would definitely want to see MR just win it already. But somehow TurS is still holding on very strongly. And if you look at the scorecard right now, everyone died 3 times on Team Hell one side except for Ironan. That's the carry. So you have the carry that only has got Shrunken Head, Whispering Helm, also a Assassin Shroud. I mean, Ironan should be in a pretty good spot to take a team fight, but like I mentioned before, can the Puppet Master, the carrier of Team Hellborn, win against both the Hag, Warbeast, plus a Pestilence?
Nah, nada, no chance. Pestilence even has a Ice Brand already, so he's probably gonna go for a yeah, exactly. Don't dream. He's probably gonna go for a Frostful Skull next, unless he's gonna go for the Dawnbringer, which I think is also a possibility. Dust was used already, so they know Fade's in the vicinity. Nimbus probably can see him. Actually, there's no ward to spot that out, so I'm not gonna be able to spot that out just anytime yet. And Yeah,
got
I'm not
denied,
sure
okay.
why he didn't just take up the kill. He actually gave up 100 gold over there. That could have boosted him up a bit, but nevertheless, they do get the tower. They're gonna push down bot, I believe, and try to break that in as well.
Yeah, for sure, and that's gonna be a very good push for Team Legion at least. You have a War Beast with Battle Cry, that's gonna deal a little bit of extra damage in terms of the entire team. Do note, I think it gives about 44 bonus attack to all the allied heroes there, and 16 to those nice little cute Hellhounds. And I mean, this game is just dragging beyond its prime, man. Hellbourne team, they should know that in the late stages, this draft can never beat the War Beast as well as the Hack combo. Hack already completely farmed out with Jomeda's Bane as well as the Grimoire power, just making them green more.
That was so lame. Like, Grim more? Hello? What? Babel, man, you need to step up your game. It's a little bit getting.
No, it's
Oh shit. That was the worst pun ever. Here we
good.
go.
It's a good pun there, really is. Oh, all that time because there goes a little bit of the bottom lane engagement down south here. It seems like everyone's just going down. We have Whistler taking the fall first with 3Q, actually completely addressed by Renan, and that's going to be the PM there doing a lot of extra work. But on the flip side, we have Peston just taking care of the Puppet Master. Peston's now going to try and jump on the MOA, or actually is just in full retreat. Meanwhile, Warb is still alive, so this is the problem. See, PM took out 3Q, and that's the Wretched Hack, but that's all. He didn't take out the War Beast, and also PM did buy back, I think, and so did DQ. So that's going to be a fair kind of a trade in terms of buybacks. And if they do still pursue meta here, I think it's still going in favor of Team MR because 3Q is a lot stronger than Puppet Master without the Voodoo Puppet.
Yep, a lot more stronger. And the fact that they were able to still destroy the base. Look at that, double damage even gonna be used right now.
Yeah, and also you have Bad Blast up on the Wretched Axe, so that's pretty good news. The range back, the dress ready, and Turtle Masters, they might as well forfeit right now, because there's nothing they could really do. Hack actually gonna take this one out, really sizing it up quickly, and nice face stun as well. Down goes PM, Bad Blast hits all four of them, and it's a great Bad Blast, just knocking out the MOA, the Lodestone, everyone else just go down south, they just went to hell, and it's gonna be GG well played. Turtle Masters lost this game, despite playing the better mascot here. So MR are gonna win this one, really good game played by MR.
Yeah, MR man, GG well played. I told you man, they could have probably win this series 2-0.
Well,
Clean.
I really hope you're right.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I would really like for them to win, just cause.
Yeah, I know. And that said, MR, game one, ladies and gentlemen, nicely covered by MR. And Turtle Masters on the flip side, they are just not good enough in that game. Well, you have a bit of a drafting error there, and not really sure what the hell Bubbles was doing in that kind of a game. I think that they wanted the extra lockdown, they wanted PM to snowball, but PM got completely addressed at the top lane by the Hack, and Hack was just so good in this game. 8-1 and 7 man, DQ, doing a lot of work, and although XNZ did a little bit extra big play, going in, snatching out the Kongor, took off life, it's still not going to be good enough against MR. MR, man, you need more than your mascot. You need to bring everything you learn about HoN against them. That's it, man. Game 1, guys, and Game 2 going to be out real soon. We'll be back with more action, so sit tight and stay tuned.